I dug this alcohol bottle out of my recycling bin because I have the perfect project in mind for it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the label from the bottle. So this one is a really thick label, so I tried soaking it, but that didn't really seem to do much. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to scrape it off with a metal scraper here. And then once I have all the label off, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some alcohol, and I'm just going to wet a lint-free cloth, and I'm just going to get rid of the sticky residue that's left over. With my bottle all clean, we're going to go ahead and add a picture to where the label used to be, but on the back side. So I'm going to go ahead here. This is just an old picture of my mother and father, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it down to fit in the exact same spot where the label was. Once I have my picture sized up correctly and it fits exactly where the label was, I'm going to go ahead and take some matte Mod Podge, and I'm going to just take a brush and I'm going to brush it onto the back side of the alcohol bottle, making sure that it's nice and thin, not thick, drippy coats. We don't want that because then the picture will bubble. So I'm going to go ahead, once I have it nice and even, I'm just going to place my picture face down into the Mod Podge, and then I'm going to take a scraper and I'm going to smooth down the picture, removing any air bubbles. I let that set for a good 2 to 3 hours, and then I'm going to come in with some just plain white chalk paint, and I'm going to paint my entire back side of my bottle. And then for the front side, I want to make sure I leave a little window here so we can see the picture in the back. So I'm just going to tape it off with some painter's tape and then continue painting around the entire bottle, leaving the window open. I let this chalk paint dry overnight, and then now that it's nice and dry, I'm going to go ahead with some transfers here from Dixie Belle, from their Bells and Whistle line, and I'm going to transfer some nice orchid designs here onto my bottle. So I'm just going to frame out the window portion here, just rubbing these on. These are really easy to apply. You just get the little scraper that they give you in the box, and you just scrub over the transfer plastic sheet, and then you'll see it begin to lift off. So you can see there it's lifting away from the design. Once you see it lift away, you can pull the plastic transfer sheet off your design. And then I just repeated this process around the bottle, some on the sides here, and then working my way with a larger design up onto the top of the bottle. Then once that is complete, my bottle is set here, and I just placed it up here in my home. And as well, I just placed a nice taper candle in the top for a nice candle holder. This is great for like pictures of loved ones that you've lost, if you want to make like a little memorial for them. I just love this idea. There's so many possibilities. So I decided to take this DIY step further and do another idea. So I took these drinking bottles, and instead of a picture, I used some pages from a book that got wrecked. I managed to salvage a few of these pages, and I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge them on in the same fashion. And then I'm going to paint around the picture, again, leaving a little window at the front of the bottle so that you can see the picture from behind. I'm going to cover these ones in black wax just to tone down the white paint a little bit. And then instead of using a transfer design, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some gold leafing just around the edges of the bottle where the window frame is, just to give it that nice, elegant, classy touch. And then once I've done that and let them set, these are my candle holders here. So this is just a little different design, same idea of project, just putting a different spin on it. So these ones as well, I put my taper candles in, and I am in love with this project. I really hope that this inspires you to get creative with this one, put your own spin on it, and do whatever kind of designs that you like. Thanks so much for tuning into Home Talk, and we'll see you on another video.
So this particular bottle cutter came from Amazon, and what you find inside is a machine that looks like this. And it is adjustable for width and length for different size bottles. And today we are going to use a coffee syrup bottle. So I already have it adjusted to the size I want. It comes with a little tool to help you adjust it. And what you do is you set your bottle on like this, and you're going to create a score line by pushing the bottle around in a circle. And you only have to go around one time to make this line. Then you're going to bring it over And you're gonna have a pot of boiling water and a pot of ice water. And you're gonna set your bottle into the boiling water, and then you're gonna place it into the ice water. And what you're trying to do is get the bottle to separate along that score line. And there you go, right in 2 pieces. So now I just gotta pull that bottom piece out of there, but to basically see what that looks like without me burning myself, here's the one we just did a few minutes ago. So now what you do, it comes with some sandpaper. You just sand the top of your bottle and the edges, and you create whatever you want to. You can make a self-watering planter. Cut the bottle so that the neck can fit into the base. Fill the base with water and add a few pieces of cut string to go down the neck. This will draw water up to the soil. Place your soil and seeds in the top and you're set. You could also transfer a small flower or plant into the bottle. Make a lantern for outside with just a few steps. Place a battery-operated tea light inside a whisk, and then place the whisk inside the bottle, and it's ready to be hung up outside. Turn it into a hanging lamp. Buy a bottle light kit and follow the directions on how to put it together. When it's ready, hang it up and it's ready to be used. Turn the base into a candle holder. Paint Mod Podge on the bottle and roll it in some Epsom salt. Add a battery-operated LED light or preferred candle of your choice. You could also decorate the bottom half of the bottle with diamond wrap, sequins, jewels, or ribbon. Use the bottom half of the bottles to store things. I am using these 3 to store office supplies on my desk. You can also make a wind chime. I pulled apart an old yard decoration and reconfigured it to go inside the bottle. You can use chain, rope, bells, hook it all together and place it inside the bottle. Hang it outside or inside and it's ready to go.